Here are 3 levels of ultra affordable flash setups that will give you professional results and cost only a fraction of what the professional brands offer. We're going to start at the cheapest and work our way up, but even the most expensive setup in this video would cost less than a quarter of what a ProPhoto setup would. At the end of each section, I'm going to take a test shot to show you what the lighting looks like, and then I'll also show you a bunch of photos that I've taken in the past with these setups. We're going to start here with kit number 1, the ultra budget setup. This right here is 100% the best affordable light stand on the market. It's all metal, 9 foot tall, and nothing else comes close for the price. It's currently selling for about $40 Australian, which is about $30 US. The all metal build has a really nice weight to it, and the base is really wide. It's extremely sturdy and it's tall, which is all you can ask for a light stand at this price. For reference, it's over 1 meter taller and probably weighs twice as much as any other light stand in this price range. As an added bonus, it's also spring cushioned, which means if you do accidentally drop something or forget to tighten it, then hopefully it won't smash as hard. Alright, now wait until you see this flash. This thing is genuinely unbelievable. It's so well made, so reliable, and it even has wireless controls built into it if you're already in the Godox system. There are slightly cheaper flashes available on the market today, but none of them even come close to what this product delivers. It is manual only, which means it won't pick the settings for you, but to be honest, that's perfect and exactly what you want from an off-camera flash. It currently sells for about $95 Australian, which is about $65 US. The modifier for this kit is the Humble Umbrella. It's so overlooked, but easily the best way to learn lighting. I've photographed dozens and dozens of paid jobs using nothing more than this little guy. The whole point of the umbrella is to take a small hard light source and point it into the back of it. It's going to spread out your light beautifully, giving you a nice soft wash of light over your subject. And it's as good for groups as it is for individuals. It's easier to set up, easier to travel with, and it's dumb cheap. At the moment on Amazon, it's just under $25 for a packet of 2. That's like $12 Australian each, or $8 US per umbrella. Now we need something to attach our flash and our umbrella to our stand. This is the cheapest option available. It's called an umbrella swivel, it's all metal, and it's very sturdy. And it means that we can modify our lights with anything mounted via an umbrella shaft. It has a little cold shoe here to slide your flash into, and a little screw to hold the umbrella in place as well. It's very basic, but it works so well for small flashes and modifiers. And as a cool added bonus, there are a bunch of other cool things you can do with a bracket like this. This is a very basic radio trigger. Its only job is to wirelessly connect your camera to your flash, and it works. It's actually the most affordable trigger on Amazon currently, and it will get you started in off-camera flash for dirt cheap, but I don't know if I could rely on it in any sort of professional sense. Try it out if you really are on a budget, otherwise there is a slightly more robust version available now for around 35 Australian or $24 US. Here's a quick light test using this setup. And here are a bunch of photos that I've taken with the kit, just like this one. This set might look basic, but almost all the components of this kit will be in your setup for the next 10 years. I still use everything you can see here on a consistent basis as a full-time professional photographer. You can find links to absolutely everything you see here in the description down below, so you won't have to go hunting for anything. I will say just quickly that the stand from kit number 1 is still a great option here, especially if you want to save a few dollars. This one though is a little taller and a little lighter. It packs down nice and small too, and probably the best feature of all is that it's air cushioned. Check this out. As you can see here, if you undo one of these sections, it will just very slowly drop, which is great for run and gun shooting, especially if you don't have an assistant. Is that brilliant or what? It's safer for your hands and for your gear too. And again, the price on this is absolutely absurd. It's currently selling discounted at about $56 Australian or about $38 US. I personally own 2 of these and I absolutely love them. For our flash, again, you could very easily and very happily use the flash from kit number 1 in this setup. But if you want to take a big step up in terms of power and flexibility, then my number 1 budget choice is the original AD200. It's a little bit cheaper than the newer Pro version, but the power output is exactly the same. It's only slightly larger and heavier, but about 4 times as bright as the TT600 flash, and it claims to give you 500 full-powered pops on a single battery. It's a brilliant amount of light in a small, affordable package. They are getting a bit harder to find now, as it's a bit of an older model, but you can still find them online for around $425 Australian, which is about $290 US. I would also check Facebook Marketplace in your local area, because chances are you'll find one there even cheaper. I've only had this guy for just over a month, but it's very quickly become my current favorite lighting modifier. purely for the convenience of it. Once you have a good handle on the basic umbrella, you're going to want to start learning how to control the light a little bit more. This umbrella softbox hybrid is the perfect middle ground between size and affordability. You'll get a nice large light source with soft shadows just like the umbrella, but now with the added bonus of being able to control the spill in the room that you're in. And like the umbrella, it also packs down to virtually nothing. They currently sell for a bit over $40 Australian, which is around $27 US, and to my knowledge, this is the best and biggest softbox style lighting modifier that you can possibly get in that price range. Moving on, it's time to upgrade from the umbrella swivel. This thing is called an S-type bracket. It will basically fit any small flash and connect it to something called a Bowens mount. This is the most universally popular lighting system, and it will make your life easier and cheaper too. Don't worry, you can still use umbrella mounted accessories, but as your modifiers get bigger and heavier, this is going to be a much more sturdy and safe solution. And it's only marginally more expensive at $27 Australian or about $18 US. Now here's where it gets exciting. The beautiful thing about the Godox flashes is that they come with the wireless built right in. So not only can you fire them without a receiver, you can control all the settings too. This is a Godox X2T trigger. It's selling at the moment for around $80 Australian, which is about $55 US, and it's an absolute no-brainer. In other systems, you'll need to physically connect an extra receiver to each flash and then manually walk around and change all the settings. In this case though, the trigger will connect to all of your Godox flashes so you can remotely turn them on and off or change the power without taking a single step. It also means that in theory, you could keep adding infinitely more flashes to your setup and fire them off at no extra cost. Here is a quick light test. And here are some images that I've made in the past with a similar setup. This light stand is still extremely affordable and in my opinion is the best that you can buy for any money. It's huge and versatile and very sturdy. There are a number of really similar looking stands out there on the market, but I promise you none of them even come close. Fully extended, this thing goes like 5 meters, which is over 16 feet tall for the Americans out there. It converts from a straight stand to a boom stand in literally seconds, and it even has a little hole in the back so you can add a sandbag for a counterweight. I own 3 of these. It's my literal favorite stand ever, but there's a catch. I've only ever found these in 2 locations before on the internet. One of them is an international listing on AliExpress, and the other one is a local seller in Australia, which has rebranded them and is selling them under the name Urcol. Like I said, I own 3 of these and I use them on almost every single shoot. If you're looking for something solid, really tall, but still fairly portable, then this is the best you can get. And here's the crazy part. It only costs about 170 Australian or $115 US shipped. The Big Daddy flash in this kit is the gold standard in portable, powerful flashes. It's more powerful than the Profoto equivalent, and the battery will give you more flashes at full power. And it's also a quarter of the price. It's a native Bowens mount and has an umbrella hole, which means you won't need a bracket for any of your modifiers. But here's the best part. It'll give you 600 watts of power and it runs off a battery, but you can buy an AC powered back for it and just plug it straight into the wall. So if you're shooting somewhere with access to power, you won't have to worry about battery life at all. This is a feature that none of the Profoto or Broncolor lights have. Either of the modifiers from the first 2 kits in this video will work beautifully with this setup, but if you really want to level up in terms of quality and control of your light, then this 105cm Octabox is the best mix of price and features that I have found. It's a pop-up design, so it's really quick to set up, but it's also quite sturdy too, and as an added bonus, it comes with a grid. This will help you control spill if you wanted to keep your background dark, for example. It's selling at the moment for about 210 Australian, which is about $145 US. It's my absolute favorite Octabox, so you better believe if there's space and time on set to use it, this is the one I'm bringing. And it pairs so well with the AED600. For the trigger, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We are sticking with the X2T here. It's awesome, it works beautifully with this flash, and you will love it. And here is a quick light test. And here are some images that I've taken with this setup in the past. The absolute best thing about these 3 kits is almost everything is interchangeable and will always have a place in your setup somewhere. I still use the cheapest Godox flash all the time, and the newer stands are genuinely awesome. You can find links to absolutely everything that you've seen in this video in the description below.